Snyder. Please give Person Snyder a warm welcome.
Look at this great, big, rowdy crowd of Republicans. I'm so excited to be with you all this morning.
Everybody quiet down!
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you got a conversation, take it outside. When these people are speaking, show some respect.
Thank you. My name is Person Snyder. I'm Pete Snyder's wife, and I am thrilled to be with you all today as you gather, make new friendships, rekindle some old ones, and really think about and talk about the future of our conservative movement. You know, I too have spent most of my adult life in the conservative movement, having worked on Capitol Hill for about 15 years for a number of conservative members. So I understand what you're all about, and I'm excited to be with you all. And Pete is so sorry that he's not with you this morning. He's actually in Southwest Virginia with the Pig Rig on the Ironclad Conservative Tour, making a number of stops today, including one culminating in Abingdon, Virginia, this evening with Delegate Israel O'Quinn, who is the co-chair of Pete's campaign. Pete, as many of you all know, is an entrepreneur. He's an innovator. He's a job creator. If you're looking for a lifelong politician, a career politician, as your next lieutenant governor, Pete Snyder's not your guy. Pete created a business 14 years ago out of his one-bedroom apartment. It's called New Media Strategies, and it still is right down the road on Wilson Boulevard in Roslyn. It was the first social media marketing company of its kind. It went on to employ hundreds of Virginians in good-paying technology jobs, and it sparked a line of work that has now employed thousands of people all over the world. So Pete understands what it takes to create a job, to maintain a job, and the type of environment that government has to help foster in order for Virginia to continue to be a leader in job creation in the United States. In fact, just recently, you all may have heard that the gunmaker, the storied gunmaker Beretta out of Maryland, was concerned about what it was hearing out of Annapolis, worried that new rules, new regulations were going to keep Beretta from continuing to operate in Maryland. What did he do? He picked up the phone and he called Beretta and he said, let's make Maryland a gunmaker-free zone. Let's come on into Virginia, Beretta, because I built 2 businesses here, and Virginia is a great place to live and work and raise a family. Those are the kind of big ideas it's going to take going forward here in Virginia. Pardon the microphone. Those kinds of big ideas are what Pete's all about. You know, he believes that education reform is something we need to be focused on like a laser beam. He understands that we cannot continue to be a great job-creating commonwealth if we don't have the best education system in the world. So he wants to see us do away with teacher tenure and do away with last in, first out. You know, the first one out ought to be the teacher that's not doing a good job for our students. Secondly, Pete understands that we need to put a big, huge Virginia is open for business sign on the Commonwealth. And he thinks he'll do that by getting rid of the corporate income tax and sending the signal to businesses large and small that Virginia is the best place to do business. It's going to take that kind of ingenuity and creativity and forward-leaning to keep Virginia creating jobs, and that's what Pete Snyder is all about. So as this weekend is gathering, as you're thinking about the future of our conservative movement, I bet Ronald Reagan's name comes up a lot. Ronald Reagan's name always comes up where 2 or more conservatives are gathered. But I think what you ought to be thinking about this weekend and today is whether you ever heard Ronald Reagan in his relentless optimism. Did you ever hear him say, man, if only Dwight David Eisenhower were here. If only it were 1951. In the 80s, Ronald Reagan was relentlessly focused on the future. He never looked back 30 years. We need to be relentlessly focused on the future as conservatives. We need to be thinking about what we can do to make Virginia a haven for entrepreneurs, a haven for our conservative values, a haven for people just like us who want to see our conservative movement moving forward. And I think that's what you'll see Pete do. So we hope you'll join us on May the 18th. Come be a delegate for Pete. If you support somebody else, I'm sure you've heard this story before. Pete and I met when I was on a date with another guy. Take a listen, get to know him. He'll win you over. He won me over and I haven't regretted it.